to swing on down, and stop. You know what I'm saying? So he could get on. Now this is what we doing. We playing the role of that sweet chariot, and we swinging down to pick you up.
Another episode of the Banter Zone. What's happening, guys? It's Harry. I'm here with.
What's going on, people? Simon here.
What's going on?
How's your week?
Oh, Drogba retired.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a. It's been okay. It's been an okay week. There was some stuff to talk about. Argentinians did a lot to give us something to talk about. That's for sure.
Oh my God! We'll get into that.
Yeah, but Premier League, some teams not performing like
Some
they
upsets.
should. Some upsets for sure. But just guys, like, it's almost in that point now where kind of the mighty have fallen a bit. Real Madrid not performing. Bayern Munich not performing.
Yeah.
United continue to be shit. I'm so mad about that.
I don't understand what's going on. It's like somebody turned off the faucet and decided to flush the toilet. And all these big teams, and yes, you have big names, but they have big names for a reason. Mm-hmm. They've always held that. They've always held, that pristine team, the pristine players.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've seen some of them drop off, some of them get a little bit older, but honestly,
these guys still should be like, you just always expect that because they always got that bankroll. They always got it.
Doesn't matter if the bankroll is real or if it's fraud or whatever it is.
So do you blame some of the stuff that's going on now on the coaches? Because Real Madrid's not performing all that well since coach left. Mourinho stepped in. I'm not going to take away from the fact that Mourinho's a world class because he's done it and he's proved it in different leagues.
Good.
But he's not a fit for us, I don't think. He's not a fit for
He never has
United.
been. From the day he got signed, from the day they were talking about it, we already knew this guy's not fit for this team.
Yeah.
Okay, and there are coaches still with teams that were at their high, and now we've seen them drop.
Yeah.
But I think some of those coaches are, in a sense, to me, they still got the mentality of, we are this team. We did this. No, that's what you did do. This is now.
Yeah.
And if you're not able to change that around, and
Your time is up. Pretty much. Yeah.
pack your bags and get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Give somebody else the opportunity to jump in and actually try to, win your team or bring your team back into the Champions Leagues.
Yeah. So everyone's talking about Tottenham and Poch being the coach that could leave Tottenham. And maybe there's people are talking. I'm not saying any viable sources, but people are talking about how Poch is like the guy for United. But hold on. My opinion, and you can either agree or disagree, we'll see. But why would a guy like Pochettino, who's a strong manager like he is, leave a team like Tottenham that is on paper better than we are right now? I would say, hold on, don't say nothing yet. And then leave that team and look at the caliber of players that they have, and then come to a team like United that has zero identity right now.
I see this. I don't know. I don't think the question is a agree or disagree. I just disagree with the whole situation in general. I don't think it should have happened. I don't think it should have went down that way. I don't think it's the right structure to begin with. We bitch and complain every day. We bitch and complain about the last game. Do you remember on Saturday? Do you remember Saturday?
Yeah.
And I said, I'm done. I'm jumping off of this, and I love this team, but I'm jumping off this wagon. I'm going somewhere
But
else.
you never can.
I can't.
You
But I can talk. I can talk as much shit as I want.
Yeah.
But that's coming. It's coming from my heart.
Yeah.
Every fan out there can actually look at it and be like, I agree.
It hurts.
But it sucks.
Right here.
You do want to just like throw that team out the window, but we can't.
No. A lot of changes need to be made on that team. But we kind of jumped ahead and we got right into that United. But it was something that we had to talk about because things are not looking good for us right now.
No. I don't.
People are getting tired of talking about how shit United have been lately.
Yeah.
Almost.
Remember when we won that one game and everyone's like, oh, Marino's come out of his shell. You're like, I don't know. One game doesn't predict, it doesn't give you the full outcome of the rest of the season.
Yeah. Like, for example, why isn't Fellaini still playing? Why is he even still a guy that would be pulling off the bench at a team like United? Do you think he would play at Real Madrid? Would he play at Bayern Munich? No, man.
Does Waterboy count?
That's it. Like, how many of our guys right now, name one, that would leave United and go to a team like Barcelona, to Real Madrid, to Bayern Munich, to City, to those big teams? Who on our team right now would leave and is worthy of going there anywhere?
Anyways, but it was truthful. I got nothing. I got nothing for that.
No.
It's truthful.
So let's move on.
Okay, sorry.
A legend.
Let's just go.
Unless you're an opposing, you don't like Chelsea, and I don't think you really like this guy. But when he was a player, he was hard to like. But if you supported him, he was class, and he is.
You say ass?
He's what, like 48 years old now?
He's old.
Finally
He's old.
retiring. Didier Drogba. We'll give him.
Well, we definitely do. He definitely broke some records. He definitely did go out there and give other big name players a run for their money.
Yeah.
Gave those guys the opportunity and other guys behind him to step up and actually try to finish making a name for themselves and try to beat somebody. You always need that challenge. So I can't hate on the guy because everybody out there needs somebody that's strong. So in the end, you don't want to chase that guy. You want to be better than that guy. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so 164 goals, 381 appearances with Chelsea. Was at Galatasaray. Finished out his career just now at the
Phoenix Rising. I like that.
USL. It's kind of a cool name, actually.
It is. Kind of reminds me of Harry Potter. I'm a Harry Potter fan.
So they made it to the final and then got defeated by Louisville City.
Yeah.
Decided to hang him up after that. So he's co-owner of the team, if you don't know. USL, second division of US, of American soccer, which would probably be the equivalent of probably the fourth or fifth division in England.
Yeah,
I would
pretty
say.
close to.
So Drogba done.
He did
Finally,
good though.
He had quite.
I'm sorry to cut you off there, but he did. He did play for this team, and he is partial owner of this team. But you almost have no choice if you want to create that publicity. You want to create that noise. You have to. Do it, so.
I mean, he kind of went he came to the MLS. He was with Montreal for a bit, so he's kind of like Turkey. He was at Galatasaray. He's been kind of worked his way around a lot of places. He left 2012. It was originally when he had left Chelsea. He went to China to play. Shanghai, or whatever they're called. But there's been a couple players.
He was always Chelsea's golden boy though.
He was kind of the golden child there. But good on him, great career. That's really it for Drogba. So let's jump over into the Premier League, in a league that we love to hate. Yeah. Lately, more hate
it's
than
like
love.
a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Isn't that like... We talk about how much we love football, but how many moments can you recall historically, maybe because we're United fans, maybe a little bit more than usual, but where you're like on a high and you ride that high for a long time as a football fan? Like, I mean, days when you watch a shit game that United's played and you're not at work and you're sitting there, that first hour after the game, I need it. I need that time. Like, nobody talk to me. I need to, get it out of my head that this team is, if I start thinking about it, it'll ruin my whole weekend.
It's true, though.
But there's any, watching Chile play and how they're performed lately has been trash.
There's a better way of doing it. You know what it is? It's like Saturday's game for me. I turned it on, and then I was like, no, I ain't watching this. Because I'm going to be mad. Once I see the highlights, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
So let's just not start my day like this. I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to eat some breakfast. And I'm going to watch whatever else is on TV and not that game.
Yeah. I mean, the usual things. City, walk through West Ham 4-0. Like, what more do we need to talk about? City's still great. They're still awesome. But Manchester, still red. Shut up. Leicester City tied Brighton 1-1. Liverpool again. Liverpool winning games.
Fulham, Southampton. That was an interesting win.
Fulham, Southampton. So Claudio Ranieri, first win as a manager. So he's starting to rise into.
There was something that happened in that locker room. There was something that created that.
But I mean, it's hard not to see a man. Imagine you as a player at Fulham right now, and then the form that you guys were in, and then you hear Claudio Ranieri's coming in, who's always been a world class manager, and now you're hearing that. Well, this is a guy that just look at what he did. So that would boost everybody's form is just gonna jump up
all day, every day,
massive,
all day. I love it.
And here's another team that was undefeated until this game. Tottenham, Chelsea. And big ups to Tottenham because they played a game that they deserve to win.
I don't know if we'll ever see them play a game like this for us. No,
you just say that just to bother your dad a little bit.
I do. I know my dad always watches it. He's always like,
Tottenham
that asshole! Why do you always get me from my team? Look at your team. I get it. Okay?
Tottenham's form has been good over the last few years. They've never been good enough to hit that, be the team that wins it. We talked about before. They were the team that had to win it when Leicester won.
Correct.
That was Tottenham's year, and they hit the bed, really. But Dele Alli, Harry Kane, and the military.
See, that's
boy
the thing. I got
putting in
Harry
song.
Kane, and I'm like soft for Harry Kane, you know?
Yeah, and he's like, I mean, he's been good, but the goal he scored was a little bit sloppy in the goal. The young keeper just kind of froze, and he got caught, and then it ended up just going where he did not expect it to. But
I love it.
good on Tottenham. So now 2 remain at the top of the table of undefeated teams.
Yep.
Liverpool and City. Blah, blah, blah. Arsenal squeaked that away.
But hold on, Liverpool. I don't want to talk about City. I'm sorry, you ride your high. But Liverpool, we talked about this a lot last year during the season, a lot during Champions League with them last year, and we knew they were going to be wrapping up their game. We knew that they were going to take an extra step forward, and they were just going to excel, and they have. They've been making noise not only in the EPL, but they've been making noise in Champions League too. There are teams that are bigger and better, and they're like, you can tell there are some skid marks in some of these guys' underpants because they're like, we gonna play Liverpool?
Yeah.
So good on you guys. So like, besides that,
I'm surprised you're praising.
I know,
That's
but
a tough one.
But they did, you know.
But and like going back to what we were saying with the mighty and how the mighty have fallen. Perfect example here. Real Madrid lose 3-0 to Eibar. Like,
when's the last time? This has to be the first time Eibar's ever beat these guys.
To be honest, I don't know the stat, but it's got to be. It's an anomaly for sure because Eibar's mid-table right now, but they've never been that good.
No, they haven't.
Saying
at the same
Real
time.
Madrid is in crisis right now.
Yeah, but Real lost.
Madrid is like, they've
people.
lost some players. Their players are getting older. Like the core of their players are pushing 30s now, most of them. But then you look at all those guys. That's the bad thing is we live in an era right now where we have seen, our generation, we have seen some unbelievable. We got the luck, we witnessed in the 90s some of the big name players like Patrick Vieira play. We got to see Maradona play when we were really young. And then like
that's
Pele,
history. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then all the big name players that have come through, Kaká, Ronaldo, Fat Ronaldo. And then like
just put it
Ronaldinho,
out there. When we're talking about Ronaldo, we're talking about Fat Ronaldo,
yeah.
okay?
That's the easiest way to distinguish those two. There's Ronaldo, and then there's
Fat
the Ronaldo, but you still have that argument. So instead of saying the Ronaldo, it's Fat Ronaldo. But guys like that, like Rivaldo, we watched a generation of players that were unbelievable. We had the untouchables that were with Arsenal, and then you got Messi, and then you got Ronaldo, and it's almost like that generation of like, there's a few generations, but that quality. Who's next? Do you see somebody coming up that's like standing out to that point? Because
when you say standing out, you mean standing out in the sense of what? A guy who rolls because I just touch him like this? Like, are we talking about that guy?
Like, he is one that you should put in that category, but he has tarnished his own name so much with the stupid shit he's done in the last World Cup and everything. Even though, like, he carried the team in Brazil in the Olympics more. But World Cup, he still shined. Like, he still did well, but everything was overshadowed by one thing.
You know what? Since we're already on this with Neymar, he left the last game that he played, a friendly game, because his groin hurt. But you're going back and now you're reading the stories from the week until now, and his doctors still haven't actually put it out there saying 100% it was his groin. You know what it is?
Vagino.
It's epic. You know, it's an epic. It's epic to see that.
Yeah.
You know what else is epic in life? You see that? You see that? Oh, yeah. What anyways? Shout out for November, right?
That is very regrettable. That's the only time my kids have seen me without facial hair, without full facial hair. My oldest is 16. They've never seen me until November. I was fat then too.
Oh,
just
I can't speak. Look at me
dirty
now.
stash. That thing was nice. It was had a nice push broom consistency, like a nice shop push broom. It was nice. It wasn't quite Tom Selleck mustache caliber, but
okay, we'll take it.
yeah, yours is pretty great. Just gotta say,
That's
sorry,
okay.
because you're making fun of mine now.
That's good though.
That's really it. La Liga. I mean, Barca tied Atletico Madrid, which was a game that everyone kind of expected a little bit more, and it was kind of boring. And then Dembele tied it up in the 90th
of course,
minute.
but
Diego Costa, whatever the hell, What do you call him? Elephant Man.
I was
The
like,
Elephant Man.
I was waiting.
I was
like,
gonna say something.
I'm like, how bad are you gonna mess this up?
No, I can't because I'll just swear because there's a lot of bad things I want to say about that guy because I can't stand him and I hate him.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And well, I guess I'll let Harry kick this off because I got my say in this because mine is very biased.
Do we want to kick this off or do we want to send it to Dylan first?
You know what? You're right.
To you, Dylan.
Hello there, I'm Dylan Dodge, and welcome to the Bundesliga report here on the Banter Zone. Well, you can't say that the Bundesliga isn't interesting. Before this week's games, the news came out that the Bundesliga had the highest average goals per game. In the Big Five, the Bundesliga had 3.15 goals per game, while the Serie A had 2.97, the Premier League had 2.75, 2.64 for Ligue 1, and 2.53 for La Liga. And the Bundesliga only added to that total with weekday 12. My goodness. There was 36 goals scored total for weekday 12 of the Bundesliga. Now, we only have 18 teams in our league. Now, comparing that to the 18 games that have currently happened in the current weekday in the EPL, there was only 24, and unless Newcastle and Burnley play to a 12-goal game, the Bundesliga severely outscored the EPL. It has to be the most interesting league right now. Looking at some of the results from matchday 12, jumping into the game I recommended to you last time out, the Hertha Berlin TSG Hoffenheim game, and that was a 3-3 thriller. Holy cow. It started with Hertha Berlin giving up a goal in the first minute to Hoffenheim and going 2-0 down within the first 10 minutes. But then they brought one back in the 13th minute, conceded just after halftime, so it was 3-1. You're thinking, that's done and dusted. Nah, they pull one back in the 71st minute and the 87th minute. 6 different goal scorers in this game. Unbelievable. Then we had some goal fests involving some underdogs and some teams that have done quite well. Borussia Mönchengladbach beat Hannover 96 4-1. Unfortunately for Nuremberg fans, they've not had a great time up in the Bundesliga so far. They lost 5-2 to Schalke. And then there was one underdog that refused to lose. Bayern were up 2-0 and 3-1 in this game, but it wasn't enough as it was Fortuna Düsseldorf that climbed back into it very late thanks to a hat trick by Dodi Lubacchio, who scored in stoppage time to make it 3-3. So the table now looks like this. After their win against Mainz, Borussia Dortmund remain on top with 30 points, now separating themselves from Bayern München by a total of 9 points. But it is not all sunshine and rainbows, as Mönchengladbach refuse to lose and are nipping at the heels of the black and yellow. Eintracht Frankfurt has 23 points and remain in third, while RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich round out the top 5 with 22 and 21 points respectively. In relegation trouble, Stuttgart remains on the bottom, with Fortuna Düsseldorf and Hannover 96 dropping down. And finally, some transfer news to talk about before we end this segment. A little bit late because it happened midweek, but Paco Alcácer has officially joined Borussia Dortmund from Barcelona. His trial is over, or his loan, I guess, and he is officially purchased for 22.7 million euros. Pretty good steal. And lots of people are saying, well, why isn't he coming off the bench? And even I fell victim to that. And I didn't realize he's had some major injury problems in the past, and he hasn't played even for the last few seasons. So Lucien Favre saying he's trying to bring him up to fitness with time. But this is a big deal because not only does he score goals, but he's also an important player, I think, in the dressing room. Our team's quite young. Between Larsen, Pulisic, Sancho, the list goes on and on. With someone a little bit older like Marco Reus and Mario Götze and now Paco Alcácer, I think he is a veteran player, even though he's not that old himself. But he is older than a lot of the kids that we have playing for us. I'm interested to see if Paco Alcácer is the person that we need, or if he's just having a great season, kind of like Mo Salah, and next year he's not going to be as effective because other teams are going to get to finally strategize against him. And, this season is not wrapped up for Dortmund. A couple losses or some unfortunate draws.
And it's gone.
But I have to say, he is on pace currently for 212 Bundesliga goals by the time his contract ends in 2023. So I'm pretty happy about that. Simon and Harry, back to you. Dylan, out.
Okay, so funny. Okay, that's okay. Before we go to the next topic, he was talking about the goals and how many goals have been scored. I think in the Bundesliga, you just have some shitty keepers. Let's take you from over here, Dylan, and let's drop you down to here. Yeah. Same with the rest of you Bundesliga fans. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cause it a controversy, but maybe it is the fact that your keepers suck. But hey, guess what? You're scoring goals, so keep it up, keep the excitement rolling.
And again, another league where the mighty have fallen. Bayern, 6th on the table or something like that.
Yeah.
So not where they should be. This is definitely Dylan's year, so he's going to be riding that high until, like he said, though, they drop a couple points.
But I do appreciate you wearing that Man U toque still. So
yeah,
thank you, and I do not apologize for what I just said.
And covering up that non-haircut that you still haven't got.
Okay, how do we kick this off? This is something that upsets me all the time. Okay, and I get it. Everybody has the hooligans for their teams. They may have 1, 2, 3 different groups for hooligans, but when you take it from here where you should be, wrap up the fans, keep you guys going, but then you take it to the next level where you're throwing stones and bottles at the players on the bus. This is down in, where was this?
In Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Yeah, in Argentina. So these Argentinian fans have some of the worst reputations now. Like, how do you beat this?
I mean, they've always had, sorry to say, and it's because, I'm South American, so I know, but their fans have had a bad reputation always for being crazy. And this was like that one chance they had with the eyes of the world on them. Like the biggest stage they could possibly be on in South America. The Champions League of South America, Copa Libertadores final in your country. And all you had to do was let this damn team just get to the stadium. That's it.
Cheer in the stands. Go out there. Talk shit. Talk smack.
Yeah.
But
they
don't throw rocks, man.
That's a whole other level of hooliganism that you don't see. You used to see that stuff in England in the 90s and 80s and 70s
of course
and stuff
you
like
did.
that. When that was everywhere was having those issues. Chile still, more recently you stopped seeing those problems. But Argentina was I was actually excited to see this game because it was two powerhouses that are known in South America.
Young kids. They take that opportunity to shine.
Tevez there and
But it's an embarrassment.
They had to initially postpone the game
4 hours originally what they said.
Yeah.
And then what was it? 36 hours?
And then they moved it to 5 p.m. on Sunday, so it was like a 16 or 18 hour window afterwards. And now they're we don't know when we're going to replay it.
Well, they don't know. How many players got injured? How many
I heard
players
early December I had heard that possibility, December 5th maybe, but players injured, players, you can see all the pictures and all the stuff. I'm sure you saw it already.
It's just a disgrace.
Guys with patches on, and that was because it's some glass. You got some of the pepper spray coming through. Guys throwing pepper bombs into the
don't,
these guys
represent, but don't represent like that. And I get it, even if you are a South American team or anybody else and that's the way you want to continue, please do it. But don't do it against the players. And everyone here in Canada, do not follow suit, please.
No, and I don't think we'll ever see that because
we say sorry all the time.
I know, because it's too nice to be throw a bottle and accidentally hit somebody, be a plastic bottle too, so it won't be a plastic Coke bottle, and you'll hit somebody in the head and be like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay?
Hey, when I see the team,
let's have a beer. Let's go have a beer.
Sorry.
Yeah. But they call them the Barra Brava in South America, which is the Barra Brava, the description would be I don't know, it's hard to put it directly into words, but Brava is saying super aggressive and super noisy.
Maybe I'm doing wrong on this, but a Brahma Bull?
Almost. These guys are crazy though. So
Mental.
These guys have been instilled in football in South America forever, and they've always been a part of the leagues and the organizations and the teams. But now there's a time when you want to sit with the guy who runs this Barra Brava and the team managers, because they're connected, they have to be, and say, hey, eyes of the world are on us. Let's show a little bit of class. It's not like there wasn't cops around. Cops were lining the roads. You think these guys give a shit? No, they're still running up. I watched the one and I posted on Instagram, and maybe I'll throw it up on the side here so you can see it. But you see these guys on the other side of where it was. Most of the shots were on the one side, and the bus came around the corner like this. And there was a couple shots from this side, and fans are like swearing and showing the finger to the bus, and all of a sudden you see this bottle come flying over the bus. Somebody completely missed it. Like, knocked the guy right in the head. Like, yes, that is karma at its finest. You hit your own fans with rocks. But show a bit of class. You tarnished. You like the ability. You had that opportunity to show what your country is capable of on a world stage.
And the scary part is there's already been games around the world, doesn't matter what league you're in, where they've actually banned fans from these games. It's the last thing you want to see.
Yeah, game 1, River Plate fans were not allowed in the Boca Juniors Stadium, and then it was the same this way. But it's funny because you go back a few years ago when they played in it was a league game. The players got pepper sprayed at half, and the Boca Juniors players got fined because of that happening.
Of course. But
rightfully so.
They definitely should have, but at the same time, it's... why? For what reason? What reason?
Frustrating, and yeah, you guys, you had a good chance, and you blew it.
Well, this is going to be interesting. There's a lot of games coming down. Okay, as you said, we're filming Monday night, so Tuesday, Wednesday, some big games coming down. Honestly, I don't want to bore anybody, but let's just... What if we just go over a few games and then we just predict who's going to win? I don't know if we want to predict scores.
Okay, so you point out one. We'll start. You pick one and I'll get the next one. So we're probably going to pick 5-6 games.
Okay,
throw a quick number out and then see how we do. So
we'll do this
one.
just to make everybody feel better because some of you guys are City fans. Yeah, City Leon. I'm going to just go City wins. Okay, next.
Yeah. What left? Roma Rao.
Whoa. This one's a tough one. I do want to see Roma come out with this win. But...
Where's this one? In Roma. So this one... I don't know, man. I could see like a 2-1 Rome.
Yeah.
2-1 Rome.
And I'm okay with that. I'm going to stick to that.
Okay.
They will win that game. Oh, God. Juve.
This one matters to us a bit.
Versus Valencia. Okay. This will be a tough one. But I am going to say, just because the way I've seen Juve play over the last little bit here, I think Juve is actually going to take it. I'm going to say that is it. But I hate going back and forth, but Valencia can be that upset.
Especially in this game, because this game matters for Valencia. The way that the group sits, Juve wins, we're good. United are good.
Yeah.
And we advance through. We don't, and now all of a sudden Valencia's a point up ahead of us.
Yeah.
So Valencia they're going to put up a fight. I'm going to stick to, like what you said initially, Juve's in form. I'm going to go Juve 3-1.
Fingers crossed. Such a big game for us.
Just throw out a number. Don't even say it because we're already mad and already bitter about this and we know that we're not happy with our team. United Young Boys.
2-0. Man U.
1-0.
4?
United.
Okay, I was like, don't say Young Boys. Please don't say
No,
Young
it's
Boys.
at Old Trafford. Like if we, like I will. I'm
don't
not
say
gonna
that.
burn.
We've watched games at Old Trafford. We've watched games that were played at Old Trafford this year, and what happened?
I know. But if that happens, this is coming off the wall. Like,
Fast. Quick time.
That's all I can do to it because I'd never disrespect the jersey and wipe my ass.
No, I'm not going to like burn it
This
or
one over
anything.
here, maybe I would, but that's not no, that's not that bad. It could be worse.
What about Tottenham Inter Milan?
It's gonna be a damn good game, I think. That is in at Wembley, so Tottenham.
I can't call this one. You call this one.
I'm gonna say 2-2.
What? Sorry. Are you being serious?
Yeah, dude, it's Inter. Inter's.
I'm gonna go
Okay,
Inter
now.
win 3-1. And this is crazy, but I see it happening.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I know. You're just like your dad is gonna hate you for another reason now. Dylan. Well, no, Atletico Monaco, Atletico Madrid, because Monaco's kind of. I guess we didn't really need to talk about that one. Dortmund and Club Brugge.
Well, I'm going to say Dortmund. They're not only leading their league, but they look good in form. Mm-hmm. So, you know what, Dylan, I'm going to be nice this time, but yeah.
No, this one's a big one. This is the big. This has got to be the match of the Champions League week.
I already know who my winner is.
Who do you got?
This is PSG Liverpool. I'm going for Liverpool win. I'm going for a Liverpool. I almost feel like it's going to be a 2-1 finish for Liverpool, but I also have this feeling if it doesn't start the way it should start, It will be a 1-0 final for Liverpool. That is it. That is all. I'm going Liverpool win over PSG.
In the Parc des Princes.
Yeah.
So I gotta go. I just have knowing that Neymar's had pulled vag, and Mbappe's
Mbappe's hurt too.
I can almost say like a 3-1 Liverpool.
Wow.
I'm gonna go a little extreme on that one.
Take it up a couple notches.
What are they gonna do without those two guys? Like they're a focal point. Now you got like Cavani will do stuff. Obviously PSG is a good team.
But you just don't have Buddy who rolls around on the ground
No,
to call.
because it's
to make those
Think
calls.
about it. If you got Neymar and you got Mbappe in the field, you got guys that need to focus on those two players.
Correct.
If you pull those out of the equation, I think it's a little easier.
Correct.
To
Your formation will completely change. You know, you're not sitting there almost double manning him,
Yeah.
right? So,
Barca PSV.
I'm going Barca.
I could see this one being the upset
What's that one?
of
Oh God, the
game.
Napoli game.
Yeah. So Napoli and Red Stars. So Red Stars bottom of the group, but they've had some good games. They've won one.
Napoli hasn't looked good.
No, they haven't. But they're sitting top of this group somehow.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say this is the upset.
You're gonna say Red Star's gonna win.
I have a feeling that they're going to.
I'm gonna play it smart and just take Napoli.
For me, that's the upset. That's going to be the upset of the week, I think. That's what I'm taking.
That's crazy. That is definitely crazy.
But, yeah, that wraps up all the Champions League until mid-December. We don't have international break until March, it looks like. Thank God.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, 'cause
Thank
it's
you.
boring.
Keep it down that way. We are okay.
CPL, not much going on in the CPL right now. I see
No.
some coaches, DR, looks like Rob Gale and Stephen Hart or Dominican Republic, maybe, scouting.
You know, we're going to see a lot of this. There might not be anything coming out of it, but they are doing their jobs and they're out there with their scouting crew.
Now they're starting.
And they're looking, they're hitting hard, right?
Yeah.
There could be that opportunity, yes. They'll be out there and they'll see these players, but maybe they might not mark them down. But there's always a second opportunity.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
next step. But
Tommy was in England. Just looks like he caught a couple games at some lower level, some league sides. So it'd be good to see some of the caliber of these guys. That's what I'm excited to see is how these teams are built now, because everyone's starting to pull those pieces. So obviously you're going to see those locals, and for us to be with a team like Foothills over the last couple of years and see where they have gone to, what group of those players is going to move into the CPL side of things, and how do they round out the teams to make them better than just the PDL side.
no, I hear
But
you.
you're starting to see like guys coming from England and stuff like that. So that's massive. That's
Kenny
large.
said it's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot coming through the pipeline, but right now, I guess
All stipulation and guesswork right now.
that's all it is.
But I think that like we're going to see some quality guys come through.
Yeah.
We're going to see some good guys come.
I agree. I definitely agree.
You know what? This should probably
Talk
wrap
about
it up
another
on this
upset
one.
for somebody else, but a win for us. Is that what we're talking about?
Which one's that?
Women's.
Massive. So again, Germany taking L's left, right, and center.
Like, I'm not understanding. This was U17 Canada.
Women's. So unrelated to the men's national team being
But
crap, but still,
At
Germany
the same time,
taking an
Germany,
L.
you're taking another
I know.
one.
Yeah. So Germany was, they're always a good squad. And the women made history. Quarterfinal win over Germans.
Which is huge.
Well done, ladies. Well done.
Good on you. That's huge.
Goal by Jordan Heitma. She's just a rock star right now. It's
Yeah.
killing it. So they're in Uruguay right now for the U17 Women's World Cup. So booked a spot into the semifinals. Ryan Wilkinson, the coach, super happy, obviously, with everything that's going down. So now Canada-Mexico semifinal kicks off on Wednesday.
That's for women still, right?
Yeah, that's still women's, yeah.
When do the men play again?
March?
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a while now.
it's okay.
So to mark the first time ever, two CONCACAF nations teams have competed in the semifinal. So Mexico earned their place by beating Ghana 2-2
Okay.
and then going into pens. But Canada making that push, doing well, and they looked focused. They looked really good. That's really all there is to talk about on that stage. The men's, obviously, we talked about last week, and now that we're out of international break, we don't want to talk about that stuff right now. There's no meaningful stuff going on for a bit. Now we're just kind of chomping at the bit, waiting for something to happen in the CPL. And
See where that takes us?
but on that note,
Oh, before we go, this is a big high for everybody in YYC. And if you're a Stamps fan anywhere across the world, we won.
Finally.
Yeah, third time's a charm. We went to the Grey Cup 3 times in a row, and we got beat with stupid mistakes the last 2 seasons. And this season, we finally decided to come out as champions. So, congratulations to, of course, Calgary Stampeders, all you fans, and
that's massive. Big win, dominant.
Yeah.
Beginning to end. Watched a bit of it. I watched most of it yesterday while I was editing and messing around a bit. But good on your Stamps. Flames on a high as well. So
yeah,
Calgary's looking
keep going
good right now. So now we got the Flames doing well. We got the Stamps winning.
We got
Cavs.
Cavs, and then we got the Hitmen. And we got so many. It's so diverse.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying
So that's
this.
what I mean. Cavs, you got some shoes to fill right now.
Yeah.
Foothills winning 2018 at a lower level.
Insane.
Cavs stepping in and got to do something year one.
Insane.
If you had to throw out a prediction without even knowing and guessing, who would you say was going to win CPL year one? Go.
Hamilton.
Really?
Yeah.
Calgary. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Once again,
It's Harry.
it's Ivan.
Just swing on down, and stop. You know what I'm saying? So he could get on. Now this is what we doing. We playing the role of that sweet cherry, and we swinging down to pick you up.